y'all boys with another banger. And today, yes, by the title of the video, y'all see it, we did play ESG 25. And guess what? I get to talk about it now. So yes, we're gonna talk about today what you should expect, how I feel about the gameplay, my honest thoughts and opinions. Is it good? Is it ass? We're gonna talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's go hop straight into this thing. We're wasting no time today. We got a lot to break down and a lot to talk about. So today I finally get to talk about ESG and how it was when I did play it. So first thing, if you guys don't know what ESG is, if you've literally been living under a rock for the past year and a half, ESG is a brand new 7v7 and 11 vs 11 physics-based football game. This is the first of its kind, realistically, physics-based also. So yes, this is a very ambitious, crazy, huge game. You haven't even seen something like this in Madden or college football. It's something that has not been done in the American football space. So yes, this game is pretty big. Now, before we go and get into it, I do want to say also really quick that I will not be breaking down like every single like piece of information I did, gather from this game, because it would be a lot. But what I want y'all to do is let me know in the comments below any questions y'all get away from this video. Make sure y'all obviously watch the video first, but if I have a topic that I did not cover or something gameplay wise that I did not cover, obviously let me know in the comments below. I'll be answering questions or comments all day long, so let me know in the comments below any type of gameplay things that I did not cover in this video. And also, guess what? I do live stream over on my Twitch account, twitch.tv/Jurrisco with 2 R's. So I will be live tonight, and I will also be able to answer any questions that y'all have, like gameplay wise, anything of that nature. I'll be able to answer all y'all questions over on my live stream. So if you guys want to pull up, once again, I'll be answering questions all night. So now I'm going to talk about my experience playing ESG 25. Now, in the background of this video, I actually cannot show y'all gameplay. They said we cannot show gameplay just yet, but just know really soon. I mean, really soon, y'all be seeing gameplay, but rest assured, I did actually play the game. And once again, I'm going to talk about my experience and everything, how I felt about the game. So first things first, what I played was actually the worst version of this game, actually, which is actually crazy to say. It was actually the worst version of this game. The reason why I said is because it was actually just 7v7, but it was only a 1v1. So it was 6 CPUs, and it was still like one user on one side, one user on the other side, just like how you would see in Madden or college football. So yes, that was actually the version that I played. It wasn't even the full-on 6v6, 11 vs 11. So keep that in mind. And even with that being said, I loved it. I thought it was super fun. I thought it was fun as hell. And I'm gonna go into more detail, but once again, that's just my general first impression is, yes, I loved it. It was tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it was fire, bro. And this is not me getting paid to say anything or anything like that. Bro, they're not paying. Even if I said it was ass, they would not like say, oh, yo, you can't play it no more, whatever. No. Our opinions about this game are literally free. We are not like exclusive to say it's ass or exclusive to say it's good or whatever. It's free for us to say whatever we want to say about the game. And even though it's not a Madden game, y'all have seen me say something like Maximum Football was ass. So I don't just gas up something just because it's not an EA game. I am glad I am able to make this like initial thoughts video, and huge shout out to the ESG team for letting me play the game early, because when I do actually upload gameplay, the first gameplay of this game, it's not going to be somewhere where I break down, the gameplay. It's not going to be somewhere I'm breaking it down like how I'm about to. So y'all boys want to be notified when that first gameplay does drop. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you guys having that noti bell so you guys don't miss it, because I'm telling you right now, that first gameplay is going to be crazy. So yes, my first gameplay of this game was a 7v7, but once again, one user on one side, one user on the other side. Now, first thing I do want to say with the game is going to break down the game. The first thing I do want to say is the graphics. So obviously when you play a game, the first thing that's going to pop out to you is how good the game looks. How's the game look? How's it run? Is it smooth? Is it, is it laggy? So this is what I will say. The graphics are beautiful. It looks really good. It almost reminds me of Maximum Football, but not one-to-one. That's what I will say. It's not like exactly like how Maximum Football is, and that's one of those things that Maximum does really well is the graphics. When I told y'all, when I reviewed that game, when I played it, in a video, I told y'all the graphics are insanely good in that game. The lighting is good, the shading is good, how the players look is good, just how the overall game looks very natural, it looks good. And I will say the same thing about ESG. The heights looks super good. It looks like a real city. The scale of it looks really good. The lighting, the shading, how the players look, it looks beautiful. Like, honestly, it's gonna actually blow you away because it's not a AAA game. So the graphics should not be as good as they are, but they are insanely good. And this is one of the things that I can tell they focused on heavily, is making sure that the game looks really, really good. The player models are good, how the gear looks on everybody. Next thing, the frame rate and how the game runs very, very smooth. The only bit of like lag or like frame rate issue that I've seen was a little bit in the heights, but other than that, especially when I was on the field, no frame rate issues. It was stable about the whole time. So especially from a stabilization standpoint, from a graphic standpoint, damn near AAA. Now the next thing I was gonna be wondering is gameplay. Obviously gameplay is 1A, 1B up there with the graphics. If the graphics are good but the gameplay isn't, then the game is ass. Example, Maximum Football. So let's go and talk about the gameplay. So starting with gameplay, I mean, I guess we could just start with like the movement. That's gonna be the first thing, because that's something that I also talked about with Maximum Football that I hated with that game, was the movement. So ESG, the movement is very, very fast. And I mean like very fast, my nigga. Like, think college football, even faster, my nigga. I ain't even trolling. I'm being dead serious with y'all. It's even faster than college football. And this is with me. When I played, my build was like a 65 overall, slow as dick. It was slow as, bro, just slow as shit. So like, even with my player being very, very slow, and my entire team being on the slower side, the game still feels very, very fast. The game speed of the game is fast. Like, I'm talking about, like, if you look at Madden and look at ESG, it's like, it's a night and day difference. It's totally different. The game speed of the game, how everything interacts on the field, just how everything flows is so much faster than, I'm telling you, any football game out right now. Is so fast. The movement is it feels very, like, once again, fast, but very exaggerated. So if you're like trying to juke, if you're trying to, you know, make somebody miss and things of that nature, your player does like animations heavily. Like, so like if you're trying to like cut up field or whatever the case is, like you'll definitely exaggerate animations, I would say. And I don't know if this is from like a build perspective, maybe if I have a different build or whatever. All the animations and how your player moves is very realistic, but once again, the game speed and how fast the game is very, very fast. So that's like the best way to explain like the movement and how players move on the field. They move realistic, but just very fast. So yeah, if that makes sense, that's kind of like the best way to explain the movement, is once again, very fast. Now, with that also being said, we did have like CPUs on our team, and another thing with this is the CPUs also are very, very smart in this game. So there's gonna be times where, you know, one of your players might lag out, or you're gonna have a CPU on your team, whatever the case is. That's gonna happen with this game. The CPUs in this game are very, very smart. They are even way better than what I've seen at Madden or college football. They're very aware, they're very smart. They are insanely like smart, bro. I don't know how they made them like that, like intelligent, but the CPUs in this game, how they play their zone coverages, how they interact with the ball, how they play the ball, everything in nature, the CPUs are insanely good, bro. Like, they're like really good. And this is only from the CPUs on my team being like 80s overall, 85 overalls. If you have a CPU on your team that's like a 99, Jesus Christ, he is going to be literally a god on the field, because once again, how good the CPUs are, they are insanely good. Next thing I do with hop into is gonna be like the controls and how the game kind of works. So once again, I already told y'all that this game is very fast, and the controls and how the game works is gonna make this game very hard also. So do not think this game is gonna be easy or very similar to Madden with the controls and everything. Hell nah, my boy. This game is fast and hard. Pause on that. But yeah, that's like the best way to explain how the game feels and how the game works. It's very hard. So it's gonna be very like different from what you see with Madden, like how you juke, how you spin, how you catch the ball. It's gonna be a learning curve. That's like the best way I could tell y'all. That's the best thing I can literally, like, that's the best way to explain it. It's very, very different from how Madden just works and how Madden is, how Madden is set up. So now there's always some things that are similar to Madden, like how you catch a pick, like how you throw the ball. Those are very similar to Madden still, but once again, just how the game overall plays is there going to be a big learning curve, and they're going to have features in the game that will also change how the game feels also. So they're also going to have a vision cone in this game. That's going to be different than what you'll see in Madden. How the camera angle will work is going to be different than what you will see in Madden. So there's going to be things in this game that once again are going to be a learning curve, and are going to be a skill gap in this game. I'll tell you that right now. That's their vision with the game, is to make sure that there's a skill gap, but still be fun at the end of the day. Next up, let's go and talk about passing. So this is the one thing that I really did take away from the game, that once again, when you guys do play it, and this could definitely change, but from what I played, this is the one thing that was kind of like messed up or whatever, was the passing. So when I was, playing the game and I was passing the ball, there would be times where my quarterback would throw like a lob or like a weird, inaccurate pass every single time I tried to throw the ball. Now, pretty sure it was because my quarterback fucking sucked. But once again, that was the big thing that was kind of like throwing me off, was that, because once again, there would be drives where I would try to throw the ball like a regular bullet pass or whatever, and he would just throw the ball in the goddamn Narnia. So yeah, that was like the big like con, I would say. But once again, I don't think it was necessarily the game itself. I think it was more of, if you have a trash quarterback build, or if your quarterback is a trash build, he's not good at all, he's gonna have some terrible passes, and that's gonna be a thing. But whenever the passing was good, whenever I did get an accurate pass, whatever the case is, it was very, very good. The release of the ball is very smooth. How fast it comes out, it's really good. The animation is really good also. So yeah, that is like kind of like the best way to explain the passing. It feels very, very fast. It's very smooth. The location of where you can place the ball is really good also. That was another thing that was kind of like really good. And what I did play was like fades and like streaks and stuff like that. Your wide receiver could definitely attack the ball like really good. The animation you get when you try to attack the ball or try to go for an aggressive catch or whatever, it's really good. It's like insanely good, I would say. So yeah, that's kind of like the best way to explain the passing. Once again, when I played, did not have the vision cone. When the passing was good and when it wasn't like bugging out or whatever, the passing was really good. It was really good, like the release and just how the ball got there, how fast the ball got there. Next up, let's go talk about catching. So with catching overall in the game, really good also. The catching in this game is insanely good, no matter if it's on offense, on defense. It was really good, and that's even with the players being on a worse level. I can only imagine if you have a 99 overall wide receiver with 99 catching, 105 catching. Jesus Christ, you're probably going to be holding on to a lot of passes. So that's what I will say. The catching in this game was really, really good. Because once again, when I was on defense, I was catching damn near all of my picks. That's one of those things I hate with Madden and college football. And I've told y'all this multiple times. I hate dropped interceptions. It is the worst thing to ever exist in a sports video game. It's just drop picks. It should not happen as much as it does in Madden and college football. But with this game, even with players that weren't that good, they were catching damn near like all their picks. Like damn near, like it was like rare that I dropped a pick, honestly. If I read something and I used something perfectly, you were catching that damn pick and you was going the other way. So yes, the catching is really good, especially if you're on offense. Once again, the wide receivers did not drop a pass a lot. But if they did, it was probably because they had, they didn't have that much, catching on their build. So overall, though, the catching in the game is really good, and honestly, I think it was damn near perfection, honestly. Next I want to go and touch up on is going to be the playbook. So a lot of y'all boys were wondering, in 7v7 and even 11 versus 11, how will the playbooks look? My nigga, the playbooks are huge. And it's really not playbooks. It was really just one playbook that I did get to use. It wasn't like separate ones. But the one playbook that they did give everybody, it had so many plays. My nigga, it didn't make any damn sense. It was kind of like just like one gigantic playbook that kind of had like all the plays. And just the variety of plays were insane. Even in the 7v7, I was able to do read options, RPOs, just all different types of formations. And it was so, the playbooks are insanely wide. It's so much, variance in the playbooks. There's so much different type of stuff, college offenses, everything that you would see in Madden or college football was literally in the playbooks. So that was like the huge thing that stood out to me, was the playbooks are just super deep and it's a lot of plays to choose from. I mean, like literally any play you could think of, especially even on defense. You've seen blitzes, different type of zone coverages, matches, so much different formations. Insane. I was even able to punt and kick field goals even in the 7v7. So yes, the playbook is like wide as you can imagine, essentially. But overall, boys, that's like my first initial thoughts of the game. Like I said, I played the worst version that I could have played, which was, it wasn't even full user versus user. So the next video y'all do see of ESG from me will be actually gameplay, and it will be user versus user 7-on-7. So definitely make sure you guys have that noti bell on, because I'm telling you right now, the gameplay y'all see is gonna be insane. And that's why I did not mention anything with like DB mechanics or like wide receiver mechanics, just because I wasn't able to really user user a wide receiver or DB like I really wanted to. So when I do, you know, actually get to do the user versus user, I'll obviously, you know, come back and, you know, answer any questions about that. But once again, that's just my first initial thoughts on what I play. And once again, y'all be seeing gameplay very soon. All right, boys, that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more bangers just like this one. And until next time, peace.